All right, we're back with singles action. I'm being joined once again in the broadcast booth by Andrew Penn. Andrew, what happened? You're 0-2. How does this happen?
I am not 0-2. Let me ask you this, Wolverton, did you see me get pinned? Did you see me get pinned in that ring?
No, but you were...
Well, then I obviously didn't lose the match, Wolverton. I am still undefeated. Andrew Pendelton III, one of the greatest 5-time champions in the history of Anarchy Wrestling, and I remain undefeated. Greatest comeback in the history of professional wrestling.
Well, the television champion Bobby Moore is in the ring now against Cody O'Connor. Did you get a chance to see Cody O'Connor at ringside at all during your contest 2 months ago?
I most certainly did. The kid had his hand in everything. I hope that Bobby Moore knocks his block off. I would love to see that elbow loaded.
Well, speaking of an elbow, a beautiful one by Cody O'Connor goes for the cover. Bobby Moore up at 1. Now O'Connor working on the leg of Bobby Moore. Ducks that one, but connects the second time around. Bobby Moore downed.
And I can admit, he's got his leg on the ropes, ref. Come on, do your job. This is the officiating. We obviously had a 3 count in that match, which I know you didn't recognize, but my new protege, Jean-Pierre Rocher, impressive debut. Impressive debut.
Charlie Cash had a hold of the foot of Cody O'Connor.
I didn't see anything of the sort. I saw Cody O'Connor trying to strike Charlie Cash. That's all I saw.
Well, this may be a quick match for the television champion as he rolls over Cody O'Connor. Goes for the cover. 1, 2. And a kick out at 2. Now, Bobby Moore's been having his problems with this mysterious newcomer Wildside in recent weeks. Charlie Cash puts out this bounty, $5,000. Have you considered this $5,000 bounty?
I'm thinking about it. I mean, you know, everybody knows that Wildside is Billy Buck. It's very common knowledge that is Billy Buck.
Billy Buck didn't have the soul patch.
You are a child, Wolverton. You remember those fake mustaches you bought at the dollar store when you were a child? Well, I'm sorry, you probably couldn't afford to shop there, but they did sell these fake mustaches at the dollar store. You put them on. You would be confused by that.
Yeah, but that wasn't a mustache, it was a soul patch.
You are too stupid to insult right now.
Cody O'Connor ducks the clothesline. However, Bobby Moore caught the cross body.
And he's patting him on the back, I guess. I wonder what's he trying to... You're not going to get out of it that way, bud.
Bobby Moore seems to be toying with Cody O'Connor as he drives the knee into the midsection. Low DDT by Bobby Moore.
Well, it's only fitting because I embarrassed his 2 tag team partners earlier this evening.
Goes for the cover. His tag team partners were victorious earlier.
You know, one thing I don't understand, the squared circle. Explain that to me.
Well, that's just, you know, we actually had this conversation during the contest. You've got a squared circle, square, 4 sides, with 3 individuals. A triangle.
That has nothing to do with the circle.
Well, it has nothing to do with the square either, but there's 3 of them.
Wolverton, you impress me every time you open your mouth. Just when I don't think you could be any dumber, you say something like that, and you prove me wrong, because you are the stupidest individual I have ever broadcasted with.
Weren't you up here with John Johnson once?
Oh yeah, the legend John Johnson? Yes, I was. You know, that's the only thing that helps me get through moments like this. I almost pretend you're John Johnson. Of course, you're 300 pounds heavier, but I try to pretend that you're John Johnson, and it helps the evening go by a little bit quicker. Thank God for the action in the ring, because if not, I would probably be diving off this announcer's booth here trying to end it all.
Well, make sure you go head first. I don't want you limping away from this.
Touche, my friend, touche.
The television champion, Bobby Moore, with the advantage on Cody O'Connor. O'Connor making his first appearance here at Anarchy in action this week, his second appearance on this program this week, as he was in the corner of Foster and Cole earlier on.
It looks like Bobby Moore in a bad way there with that leg onto the second rope there, the inside of the thigh.
Clothesline by O'Connor, followed up with an elbow to the television champion. And a drop kick.
You know, I think he calls that elbow the O'Connor roll.
Nice. Now what's going to happen if he uses an O'Connor roll in this contest?
Then it's going to be called a himself roll.
Gotcha.
Hopefully the wrestling fans will enjoy that little joke right there.
That little exchange?
Yes.
Fans,
little witty banter. They love that.
Fans, if you got that joke, you're over 25 years old. Good for you.
That is true.
Your winner of the match, hit for hire,